What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm E-Bike Builder and this is the Mudmobile. It's a Schwinn Axum Comp X, just a cheap bike that I used for the donor bike, for the frame for this e-bike. So then I put a Tongsheng TSDZ8 mid-drive motor conversion kit on it. So this is a 750 watt mid-drive conversion kit that has a torque sensor. I'm still just kind of testing it out here. I got it a little bit over a week ago. And I've been trying it out, testing this motor on this bike. This is a new build for me. And more recently, we got a different front wheel on this thing, the Bucklos front wheel. With the main upgrade was this Marzocchi Bomber Z2 rail fork that I put on the front of this thing. So we've got a nice suspension fork on this. Still getting used to it. And in this video, we're gonna go mountain biking. And we're gonna go to Willow River, go mountain biking and ride this thing around. But I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the, I'm still kind of on the fence a little bit about this thing. So that's gonna kind of be a theme of this ride, and we're gonna talk more about that. I'm a little bit on the fence with this motor. Like, there's things that I like about it. There's some things that I don't like about it compared to the hub motors that I usually use. So I'm kind of on the fence. It's like there are times when I get frustrated with this thing and I'm just like just about had it with it, and then there's times like when I'm out on the trail it works pretty good. So I don't know, I'm just gonna keep riding it and keep forming my opinions on it. So let's talk more about the Tongsheng TSDZ8. So for this build I wanted a bike that has a torque sensor mid-drive, because I wanted to build a bike that I can ride around at trails and hit some small jumps and small drops, just kind of like nothing too crazy, but you know, just something that can absorb some impacts and stuff on the trails. I also wanted a mid-drive with a torque sensor because that's something that I haven't tried out yet. And so I've been trying it out, and I've talked a little bit about the torque sensor in my videos so far riding this thing. But I would say that like when you start pedaling, there's a slight delay before it starts giving you power, even with the torque sensor. And then when you're pedaling and then you stop pedaling, there's another delay right there. And I wish I could kind of change that delay, like when I stop pedaling and then the motor is still going for a moment after I stop pedaling. Like I wish that I could shorten that a little bit with a programming kit or something. But I think anytime you have a mid-drive, like you have to choose some kind of a timeout delay to cut off the motor power after you stop pedaling. Or else every little pause and hesitation in your pedaling would cause the motor to stop, right? So it's like you kind of have to pick some kind of a delay, and it feels like maybe it's like half of a second or something, but I wish that I could shorten it up just slightly, like instead of like 500 milliseconds, maybe like 300 milliseconds or something. But so there's that. There's kind of like the power delivery delay. Like even with the torque sensor, like when you first start pedaling, it takes a second for the torque sensor to kick on. And then while you're pedaling, it feels pretty good with the torque sensor. Like you can tell when you press hard, it gives you power, and when you're not, it's just kind of giving you a little bit. But I think that the main thing that kind of bothers me is like when you stop pedaling and it has that delay before the power stops. It's kind of weird, like when you stop pedaling and then your bike is still going for a second afterwards, even if it's only like half of a second, it feels like sometimes like on the trails and stuff, it feels a little bit awkward. And you can cut that off. Like you can use the brakes to cut the brake sensors to cut that off. So that can kind of help sometimes, the brake sensors. But yeah, so there's that. There's kind of like a power delivery delay. And so the other thing about this is like I have this problem with the throttle, and I've noticed like whenever I have the pedal assist on full power and then I give this thing full, like I give it throttle, if I give it full throttle, I don't know if it's gonna happen back here in the woods, but I keep getting this error too whenever I'm riding on the streets and I'm just holding full throttle and pedal assist 5, like I keep getting this error too. And it's like there's something wrong with how this thing is programmed for pedal assist 5. Oh, because it keeps cutting out for some reason. I didn't get the error to happen off-road right there, but like if I go full throttle right here, it'll go for a second. It's actually working right here. I think it might just happen when I give it full throttle and I'm going fast, like in my, I don't know. It's kind of like this weird like intermittent error, and it mostly just happens when I'm riding on the street. Just give it full throttle down this hill and see if it does the error. Well, let's go on pedal assist 5. I don't see the error yet. You guys are just gonna have to trust me. I keep getting this throttle error, and it's a little bit annoying. Or it says error 2. And it's mostly when I ride on the street and I'm not pedaling is when it happens, like when I'm just trying to throttle. So let's see. Let's see if we can replicate the error. I don't know, it's kind of weird. All I know is that when it happens and it says error 2 on the display, oh, here it goes, right here probably. Error 2, you see that? Error 2. So when it's saying error 2 on the display, it cuts power and it won't give you power until that display message goes away. So there have been times like, and it doesn't seem to happen with pedal assist. It only happens with the throttle. And it's like only when I'm riding on the streets going pretty fast. It seems like the motor or the controller or something is like misconfigured in some way. So I kind of want to, I would like to fix the programming of this kit, but I don't know, like the programming kit is a little bit, it seems a little bit hard to find. I don't know why motorcycle people are all like fucking assholes to e-bikes all the time. Like whenever, there's another error too, see? So it's just like, it's fucking annoying that when I'm riding places and trying to use the throttle, I keep getting this error too, and then the power cuts out. I think that probably any normal person that bought this motor, like if they were getting an error too, when they were trying to use the throttle, they would probably return the motor, right? So I've reached out to the seller, but we'll have to see what they say. Right now it's kind of like I can't really give this thing full throttle unless I put it in pedal assist 4, and then I don't get that error. So that's kind of one problem I've been having. It's that error too. So I just got an error too, even in pedal assist 4. That was, so that, I think I just did it again. Let's see. Yeah, error 2. Look at that. Error 2. So, like, I don't know what the deal is. Even in pedal assist 4, it's happening. All right, guys, we're out at the trail. Let's go take this thing around and see how it goes. So I would say that the other thing about this thing is that, oh, my kickstand is down. I'm not used to having a kickstand. I would say that the other thing about the throttle is that it starts out very slow. So like It's just like, and I get why they do it, but I wish it would start up slightly faster. Maybe perhaps at the expense of being a little bit rougher on your drivetrain, but it's like the throttle, it's so tame as it kicks in. It kind of like turns on smoothly that it's like, sometimes I just want to hit the throttle just for a little bump, and then that's all I want. And like, you can't really do that with this throttle because of how tame it is. Like, you have to hold it for like 5 seconds before it gets up to like the full power. When I have it on pedal assist 5, it's good for like climbing hills and stuff, but most of the time pedal assist 5 is like too much, and it kind of feels better. Like right now it's just kind of like getting away from me. Let's get this thing into a different gear. Okay. Sometimes you do want that pedal assist 5 full power, but sometimes you don't. Oh, we made it. Oh my God. Man, like the power delivery. Oh. I like the torque of mid drives, but the problem with mid drives is just like the drivetrain, and there's always like that. The motor is kind of like pulling on the chain, right? Man, I need some different tires. These things. These aren't really trail tires. These are just the tires that came on this thing. Just got my eye poked out by this thing. Had to. Now I don't know if this throttle is going to be able to get me up this hill. Like, is that something this can do here? Oh, what was that? Oh boy. What just happened? I heard something like slipping. What was that? That was so wacky, dude. Oh man. I would say one of the things about mid drives is like they're not super confidence inspiring. I don't know. I kind of feel a little bit more confident just bolting a wheel onto my motor. Like, I don't know what that was. That was scary. I thought it felt like something was slipping inside the motor when I was trying to go uphill there with the throttle. Pretty conflicted. Let's try the brown trout. I remember this trail. This one was hard with the hub motor, but I bet on a mid-drive. Oh, I bet a mid-drive could clear this thing. Let's see. That would have been hard for a hub motor, all that sand at that base of that corner down there. Oh, now we got stopped here. See, I don't feel confident getting started with this throttle that doesn't give you all the power right away. Like, it's not easy to get started. It's kind of like you have to pedal it like a normal bike to get started. Oh my God, that was so steep. Wow. Oh. So I remember when I went up that on my hub motor, I was exhausted, like totally, because I had to pedal up a lot of that. Like the hub motor, it was just too steep for it. Man, I've got like, what is rattling here? Like something is rattling pretty wild. What is that? Is that my brakes or what? I put this accessory on here to hold my water bottle. I don't know if that's it. Man, I'm pretty conflicted. Because I like the mid-drive torque, but there's just like, this thing needs to be reprogrammed. And I think by the time I buy like a programming kit and mess around with it, like, I don't know how much all that's gonna cost, or if I even want to deal with this thing. So my brakes are a little bit questionable. I don't know. Could use an adjustment. Oh. This is the Southern Traverse, a two-way trail. So you gotta be careful when you're going up. See, like going up that hill, I'm feeling pretty good about the mid-drive. But man, we gotta get some of these problems sorted out. I'm hoping Lee at Powallan is going to be able to help me out with that, or else I might have to return this thing. I'm really conflicted though, because it's like when I'm out here riding around, like it works pretty good, but when I'm trying to ride it here on the streets and then go home on the streets, and I keep getting air too whenever I'm trying to use the throttle on full power, that's a little bit of a problem. And pedal assist 4, I mean, I know that this thing can do more than pedal assist 4, but when I have it on pedal assist 5, you get that air code too, so we either need to get that sorted out, or I don't know. I'm not even sure how easy it is to return things on AliExpress, or what the return window is. Probably not very long, and it's probably coming up pretty soon here, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to get all these things sorted out. Like, I might just have to return it. Unfortunately, I don't know. If I could get that air code 2 fixed and somehow reprogram this thing slightly so that the throttle was a little bit quicker to go, and I wasn't getting the air 2, then I would probably keep this thing, like if I could sort these problems out, but I don't know. Let's see. It was kind of like my hub motor didn't have a lot of torque, but it just felt smoother. Like I would just pedal on the hub motor and then just throttle along with it. I don't know. On this, it just feels like a lot of like stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go with the motor. Whereas on the hub motor, overall, it just felt kind of smoother, and I was kind of like, I probably had the motor going more often with the hub motor. I don't know, I think to some extent all of these kits where you strap the mid-drive onto the bike are just kind of, they all have a lot of like the same disadvantages. I tightened this thing onto the bottom bracket really tight, but I checked it earlier before I left and I re-tightened it on there, and it was coming loose. And I don't know what was slipping inside the motor right there when I was trying to throttle it off that hill at the beginning, but like that reminded me of when my BBS HD, when the nylon gear and that Sprague clutch inside of the nylon gear was slipping. Like that is what that sounded like. I thought I stripped out a nylon gear. I thought the Sprague clutch was like slipping or something right there, because something inside the motor, I swear to God, something inside the motor was spinning and the chainring was just totally stuck. So I'm like 99% sure that's what was going on back there for a second. But usually if that happens, it starts happening and then it just gets worse and worse. I feel like I could go faster on my hub motor, I don't know. The one thing that this thing is definitely way better at is just going up hills and climbing. But people say that mid-drives are more efficient than hub motors, and they probably are. But if the mid-drive has hot tamale funky programming, then it might not be. You know, like this mid-drive runs, in terms of the temperature, this mid-drive runs a lot hotter than my hub motor. And that it might be running within its specifications or whatever, like it might not be a problem. But it's just something I've noticed. This motor gets crazy hot. These bumpy sections are pretty rough on a hardtail. Like I kind of miss some of these sections. I miss my suspension. What's up, guys?
Did you help him? No. Oh, thank you.
You can go.
All right. Have fun, guys. It's not that big of a deal when I'm out on the trail and I'm pedaling around, but it's a little bit frustrating riding this thing to and from the trail just because of those problems. I like how you can hear the, what is that, like the oil on the fork sucking in. I gotta be careful with this rear brake when I'm going around corners because it's just like, this tire just slips out like crazy. I'm still getting used to pedaling. I'm kind of like spoiled by the e-biker throttle. Just felt lost traction on the rear tire again there. Bug on my face. Yeah, I gotta get some different tires. That's scary. Man. All right, we're going on to the Hawkeye. This is where the fun begins. All right, so this is the part where like I need to drop my seat down. I use that dropper. Nice, that worked a lot better. So then, oh, what kind of weird getting it back in position, okay. Wow. It's hard to get my dropper back to the exact position that I like to pedal at. Putting her down. Oh, I'm scared of that rock. I need a little bit more speed for that thing. It's kind of with my hub motor, I feel like I can modulate the speed better, and with this thing it's like hard to keep it on the rails. Oh, hit the dropper. I accidentally hit the dropper instead of my throttle. Man, I'm so conflicted about this because it does work pretty good on the trails. But I'm just getting so frustrated riding on the streets. the end of the day, it was only like $300 for the motor kit, so. Oh, fucking lost my pedal there randomly. I definitely like those tires on my other bike. Oh, more than these. I gotta get some Schwalbes on this. Makes a world of difference. Some good tires. Oh. I'm kind of thankful that the sun is not fully blasting right now, or else I would be very hot. Oh. Man, it is still pretty hot out here though, wow. It's kind of humid today, we gotta keep it moving. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, man. I kind of remembered the turn that time. Okay. I'm trying to get used to pedaling without any throttle, because that's what they do out here at the mountain bike trails. But I think to some extent, once you've used the throttle on a bike, it's just like hard to give it up. I always almost go off the side right there. I missed my Magic Mary tire from my other bike. I gotta get a Magic Mary on the front of this thing. So I can corner with confidence. branch just about hit me in the face. I'm lucky I ducked down. I'm not sure what that... I think there's a rattling from the chainring guard. What do you guys think? Should I keep the Tongsheng and just try and fix the issues with it, like the Air 2 throttle problem and the hot tamale programming? Maybe I can get the programming kit. You could probably get a programming kit and fix those problems. Oh. A lot of people were telling me to buy that CYC Photon, but it's not a good time to buy one because I don't even know if you can buy one right now unless you get one from like Johnny Nerd Out or something, because I looked on CYC's website and they're coming out with a new Photon, which they seem to do once a year with their motors, is they make a new version of it and then they completely forget about the old version of it, kind of like an iPhone. So CYC stuff, it's like you buy something and then a year later it's like outdated and no longer supported. And Kathy will just tell you, sorry buddy. CYC does look like the Photon. When I was looking at the options for a 750 watt torque sensor mid-drive, the CYC did seem like the best option, but it said like 4 weeks to ship. And then like they're coming out with a new one soon, so I'm not gonna buy the Gen 1 Photon if they're advertising a Gen 2 coming soon. So it's just like not a good time to buy one. Now if CYC comes out with a new Gen 2 Photon, I might try that. But who knows when. I don't buy into any of that CYC marketing hype, because that's like CYC's like whole recipe. It's just marketing hype. It seems like CYC is getting better, so that's good. But just in the past, they haven't really impressed me. I don't like how they do all the marketing hype and everything's always like a pre-order, and yeah, I don't know. CYC would have to make a pretty good motor and give me a pretty good reason for me to buy one of their products at this point. But maybe they will. I think this throttle actually gets stuck. This one that shipped with the motor, like it literally gets stuck. It's getting stuck now. So add that to the list of problems with this motor kit, is that the throttle that shipped with it sucks and it gets stuck. So it went off the side back there. Man, I don't like to disturb the bees in this area. The thing about e-bike kits and like returning them is you gotta make up your mind pretty quick. Because on AliExpress, I don't think you have very long. I've never returned something on AliExpress before. I'm assuming it's kind of like Amazon, hopefully, or it's not difficult. Oh man. Hey, what's up, guys? Man, I'm really at the point where I need to find the closest parking lot. It's so hot and humid. Oh. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, man. I was hoping to go a little bit further today. Oh man, because the sun, it's a little bit overcast, but man, it is humid today. One thing about when you hit jumps is like you need to be able to hit the jump at like the proper speed and comfortably like accelerate up to the jump a little bit sometimes, and I just felt like I could do that so much better with the hub motor and the throttle. Sometimes it's just impossible to get a pedal stroke in, and with the way that this motor works, like even when you start pedaling, it doesn't give you all the power right away. In a sense, it's the same thing with the throttle on this thing. So sometimes I just have to like, oh, I can't get a pedal stroke in, and the throttle's kind of useless, and you just kind of have to like roll along. It just kind of feels, it feels like I could be accelerating, but I can't because acceleration is tied to the pedals. But I think that's just part of being throttle spoiled by e-bikes. Like right here, I like the mid drive. Climbing up steep stuff, mid drive gets it done. But the thing about mid drives is like you only get that torque for a very short kind of like range of speed, and then you have to shift it into a different gear. So it kind of feels like you're like just constantly like shifting on the mid drive, whereas a hub motor, like overall riding around, it kind of feels a little bit smoother. even if the hub motor struggles in some points, the mountain bike trails were designed for people to ride a bike on, so like it shouldn't be that big of a problem. All right, we're back out on the street. Holy buckets. All right, so that was fun riding around. Now this is the part, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. This is the part where I almost go off the road. This is the part where this thing can be, like my throttle is stuck right now. Look at this. Throttle's stuck. What the heck? Cruise control. Actually, I'll take it. Cruise control, nice. I don't know if I tightened the throttle onto the bars too much or what, but oh! I think there's a car behind me going like 15 miles an hour. I don't think it's stuck at full throttle though. It's not going as fast as I would like. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. Let me know if you bought a motor and you were having Air 2s and you were having stuff like that happen. Like if you were me, would you keep it and try to make it work? Or would you send it back and try something else? Because I don't know. I don't know how many options there are. Oh, there's the Air 2, just in time to go up this hill. Oh my God. But all that I know is like I can't be pedaling down the streets all the time. Like I need a throttle, man. The other thing about when you throttle this motor is the way that's programmed, it gets super hot, and I don't like that either, how hot this thing gets. I don't know. I think overall I'm a little bit disappointed, I would say. My throttle's stuck. I'm pedaling again. I don't know. I don't know what to do about this thing, really. I was gonna put a G900 on this bike originally, but I have 3 bikes with that motor, so I thought I would do something else here. This bike does feel pretty good to pedal. I don't seem to get that Air 2 when I'm pedaling down the street. It's just when I throttle, it's so weird. Thanks for watching, guys. That was that was this ride on the TSDZ8. I don't know, I'm still like undecided. I'm still kind of like, when I bought the G900, I was just like satisfied, and then I bought 2 more of them. But with this thing, it's like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's kind of racking my brain. I don't know. I might just send it back so I don't have to think about it anymore. I'm not sure. I might just send it back and wait for a Photon Gen 2 to come out or something. Because this thing is kind of annoying, and I don't think there's any customer support. It's just one of those Chinese things where like you buy it and it costs 1/2 or like 1/3 of like what the good ones cost. And it's kind of the same thing, but it's kind of janky and you don't get any customer support. I don't know. I'm totally undecided. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time on the E-Bike Builder channel. Peace out. So I'm riding this thing home, and it's just giving me like error 4 now. And luckily I almost got home, but it just says error 4, and like nothing will happen here. Error 4, nothing is happening. No throttle, no nothing. I've tried. I don't know if the battery is getting low. Let's see. The motor is unbelievably hot. It just like burned my leg. So let's turn it back on. Error 4. I think we're returning this thing to AliExpress. I about had it with this thing. So I think I'm returning this thing to AliExpress. This is the end of the TSDZ8 series. I don't recommend this motor to anybody. It's a big pile of shit. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment, let me know what's going on. This motor sucks. Fuck you, Po Allen. Bunch of fucking idiots. Pedal home, bitches, because your dumb fucking e-bike shit doesn't work. Oh my god, fuck this thing. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so now I disconnected the brake cutoffs because I thought that it might be a brake cutoff error, but then I was still getting the error 4, but then I disconnected my throttle, and now the error 4 went away. So like oh my god, whoa, and it's working again. Oh my god. Oh, I'm getting pretty frustrated with this thing, guys. I don't know. I think I'm sending this thing back. I'm getting sick of it. Like I'm sick of riding home at 20 miles an hour, and like it works good on the trail, but just like I can't reprogram it. Gotta buy a reprogramming kit. Oh my god, I'm getting pissed off about this thing. And now it's fucking working again. I kind of like, for a second there, I was convinced that it had finally just broken, and there was kind of like this relief, like the relief that there would just be no other choice than just to just return it. And that was like a relief in some way to me, that the idea of returning it. Oh, and now it started working again. There's definitely something wrong. It seemed like this throttle that came with the kit is worse than that janky rusty one that I thought had something wrong with it. Oh my god. right, well, I made it back. It's not completely broken, I guess, but every time I ride this thing, I'm just kind of wondering if I'm gonna make it back, or if I'm just gonna get one final error message and that's gonna be it. My legs are sore from pedaling so much on this thing. And this is the first time I've ever seen this battery gauge working right. Kind of weird. All right, peace out. All right, so look at all these error codes that are on this display. So I'm getting all kinds of error codes with this thing, and it's kind of getting annoying. And I just don't feel super confident in it. Like someday I'm just gonna get some fucking error code and it's just gonna stop working and there's not gonna be anything I can do about it. So I feel like I should probably just return this thing and get my money back and like do something else, because I don't know, this thing is getting frustrating to me. I'm about done with it, I think. So